We're doing this interview toward the tail end of winter. We just got through another flu season in which we had epidemics again in this country, and then a flu shot shortage. You have nurses getting fired because they won't get a flu shot. Well, I mean, what's your thought? But then we also hear stories that this year's shot wasn't very effective for a major population. So, we get conflicting stories.
Have you ever gotten a cold outside of cold season? I have.
Yes.
I think that pretty much puts to bed the idea of flu season. The so-called influenza bugs run around. They're on our body. We're covered by germs all the time. Most of them are our friends. We would die without them, which I didn't know growing up, so they gave us antibiotics and we felt like death because we were killing our mitochondria. We were ripping out the essential lining of our intestines and punching holes in it, so you get chronic fatigue and all kinds of candida problems and leaky gut and all of the modern diseases. You get all the from AIDS and CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, to PIDS. I mean, this whole country is now apparently riddled by immune deficiency. Flu season? I studied macrobiotics, which is a Chinese medicine approach to food and energy and cooking. And I really like it. It's probably not for everybody, but I really liked it. And we looked at illness as discharge. If you ate something that was in an extreme position, alcohol, sugar, white flour, very, very yeasty things, you would have a discharge. And that discharge looks like a cold. The weaker the stronger, a very strong discharge will be a very bad cold. And you can have there's a concept of expansive, they call yin, and contractive, they call yang. And it's that symbol that you see. So all of life is broken into this expansive, contractive, and nothing is just one thing. So everything is both. But things are either more contractive, more expansive. So very expansive things cause you drink a lot, you expect to feel sick, right? Similarly, you eat a lot of fried, tense, right, deep fried, tightening, heavily salted things, you expect to feel sick. Okay, if you eat a nice dinner of lentils and vegetables, and if you eat some fish or whatever, but it's a nice meal, you do not expect to feel sick. If you eat in the extreme or do pharmaceuticals, which I consider extreme anyway, but if you do drugs, either plant or anything else that's a very, 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 very expansive or toxic or very, very contractive or toxic food, you're going to have discharge. If you accumulate this for years or months, you may have a giant sudden onset of massive discharge. Why doesn't everybody get the flu if it's that bloody contagious? Why doesn't the whole world die when one person sneezes? Because that's not the way the world works. Biology is, we're incredibly resilient. We're actually far too resilient for our own good, because the amount of poison that we live with, if we were a little weaker, we might be more careful, but we're bloody resistant, you know? And we can accumulate toxins for years until we start brewing something really, really awful. And nobody's immune. I don't sit in a position of being better than anybody in this. We all go to the other place. We are all going to pass out of this world, and I don't sit in judgment of that. And God knows, or whatever you believe in, when it's our time, it is. But flu season, I call it Baskin-Robbins season. I watch people eating ice cream in the middle of winter. I'm thinking, where in your body does it say, give me some RGBH infused, chemically sterilized, pasteurized, pesticide-ridden, frozen gook that I just need? It's December after all. It's January, it's snowing a little. I'm really missing this from my body. You eat this, you don't feel that well. In 2 weeks, your throat is sore, and you think it's because you just passed a new germ? No, your body is like, you're screwing with me, and I'm going to screw with you back. I have to get rid of this stuff. It's called that's the Chinese medicine perspective, or the macrobiotic. It's a discharge state. So that's my answer to flu season. It's steak and Baskin-Robbins. It's extreme foods. Find the middle. Find the middle. Always find the middle.